Hello, this is David Arama here at the off-the-grid Kargus property where we have 350 acres off the grid. Just panning around to see the entire homestead here. This is the cabin. Panning around, you can see our storage shelter logic tent, a designer cedar outhouse, and my vehicle. I do have good road access here, so it's kind of a bonus. Our wood shed where we store the ATV and snowmobile. In the shelter logic tent we have a couple of canoes, a 3.5 horsepower motor. As you can see, we do have a satellite dish here for bringing in news and internet when we need to. Just walking to the back here, this is our power hub, our solar systems, which I put together myself. I have about 800 watts of solar panels here. And in the back shed, you can see there's a rabbit right next to the shed, so there's plenty of good food around here between grouse, rabbits, and deer. Foraging for wild edibles and trapping if I need to. In the back shed is where we store our backup generators, 3 generators, 1,000 watts, 3,000 watts, and 10,000 watts. Plus our inverter system, battery bank, charge controllers, and this is where it all is, all built with a proper electrical panel so everything is safe and fire ready. You can see along the side here, we also have a scarifier for scarifying trails. And along the other side of the cabin here, we have some backup propane tanks, because we do use propane for the stove and oven and barbecue. Now let's walk into the cabin. I've had a lot of hornet's nests this year, so I've been spraying a couple of them. Some of the problems we have around homesteading and off the grid is dealing with wildlife and insects and all kinds of things. Inside the front porch, we have a kerosene heater. Here's our composting waterless toilet that uses hemp. So we're pretty luxurious here in a way. We're off the grid, but it's actually a lot of fun too. I'm putting in another solar panel, so I have it sitting here. I'm going to be putting it in soon. Let's walk inside the cabin now, and you can get an idea. Inside the cabin, our wood stove, and our propane stove, kitchen. I'm just going to open up the light in here a little bit so you can actually see a little bit better. We keep the shades closed. It's natural air conditioning in the summer, and in the winter time I close all the shades up to keep the heat in. That's a huge wood stove, lots of power. You can see it's pretty luxurious in here, although rustic. Bunk bedroom and main bedroom where we have 2 beds, polar bear rug. We actually have a TV hooked up. So it gives you an idea what we're working with in here. So I'll just go outside just to recap. One of the reasons I bought this property is I run a survival school where I take groups and camps out. We do search and rescue here. We have 350 acres of vast wilderness here that we own, and it's surrounded by thousands and thousands of acres of crown wilderness land. So it gives us opportunities to live off the land, but also as a business to run safety and disaster prep and homesteading courses and bring people from the city up here to live a bit of a lifestyle once in a while to get a taste of it to see before they head out, because there's a lot to know. Some people have the idea you just come out and homestead and live off the grid. It's not as simple as that. I spent several years transitioning part-time until I finally made the move for approximately the past year to live here off the grid. Although I do travel extensively to run courses and programs and camps all over southern and central Ontario and sometimes abroad. So I'm looking forward to getting on your show and it should be a lot of fun. And also anybody who's interested in homesteading and off-gridding, this is the place to come to. We are remote here, but on the other hand, it's accessible remote.